Welcome to a celebration of Pinellas County athletics as we spotlight our dedicated coaches who make a difference in students' lives on a daily basis. It's my honor to kick off this year's awards ceremony with a message from the Superintendent of Pinellas County Schools, Dr. Michael Grego, who is a superintendent who truly understands the importance of athletics in molding young men and women.
Hello, I'm Pinellas County Schools Superintendent Michael Grego. And although we could not have our traditional athletic awards banquet this year, I wanted to take a moment to express my congratulations and appreciation to our athletes and athletic staff for the superior dedication and sportsmanship displayed throughout the 2019-20 school year. I know the year did not end as any of us had planned or hoped, but as athletes, you know better than most that a key part of success is adapting quickly to the situation at hand. You also know that teamwork can turn even the most challenging situations into victory. To our coaches and athletic staff, you teach more than a sport. You teach commitment, discipline, character building, respect, and the value of hard work. You instill traits that not only serve your students on the field or court, but also in life, no matter what avenue they pursue. Thank you for your outstanding devotion to the students of Pinellas County. And to our athletes, thank you for serving as leaders and role models in your schools. Being a student athlete is not easy. It requires extra hours of practice, getting up early when you'd much rather stay in bed, finishing homework on a bus ride after a game or match, and perhaps missing out on some of the things that friends are doing after school or on the weekend. But I promise you, it's worth it. As a former coach, I can tell you that student athletes are better prepared for the inevitable challenges life throws your way. Your experiences and sacrifices will serve you well as you move forward in your career and life. So on behalf of myself and the entire Pinellas County School Board, I offer congratulations to this year's award winners and to all our athletes and athletic staff members. We are so proud of each of you and wish you much continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Grego. Unfortunately, as Dr. Grego stated, this year we are unable to have a celebration in our traditional banquet setting, but it's still important that we take time to recognize the Coaches of the Year and honor the top male and female athletes of the year. In addition, I will later announce the Superintendent's Challenge Cup, which recognizes a high school with the highest GPA for their entire athletic program. In lieu of selecting a Coach of the Year for the interrupted spring sports, the spring coaches wanted the focus to be put on the players, especially the seniors who were unable to complete their season this year. We understand the disappointment those athletes are feeling not being able to finalize their seasons on the field, track, or courts with their teammates. I hope you had a chance to view the slideshow now posted on the Pinellas County website and Facebook as a tribute to our spring sports seniors who have sacrificed so much. Thank you for your dedication and good luck in the future. Being a high school coach requires sacrificing time away from your own family to coach students who become a second family. People not involved in high school athletics do not understand the dedication involved with being a high school coach, whether it's a head coach, an assistant coach, or a volunteer coach. Some of the tasks are handling uniform laundry, waiting for buses to show up on time for away games, film study on weekends, late night return bus trips on weeknights, fundraising so your teams have extra gear, monitoring student grades, dealing with the expectations of parents, and unfortunately this year, dealing with a pandemic. What makes it worth it was when your coach, the players you coach, go on to become successful adults with successful careers and return to tell you how much you impacted them as people. What could be more impactful job than being a high school coach? Coaches help students develop their core values and work ethics that they take with them for the rest of their lives. At this time, I would like to recognize our different organizations that make this event special, our sponsors for the Coach of the Year event. This event would not be possible if it wasn't for these organizations. The Pinellas County Educational Foundation, BSN Sports, who sponsors the Henry Deck Award, Pazanka Trophies, who sponsors the Superintendent's Cup, and Herv Jones, who provides the beautiful Coach of the Year rings. In addition, I'd like to recognize the organizations who are such an important part of Pinellas County athletics, working together to make athletics special in Pinellas County. Our athletic trainers, supplied by Baycare, All Florida Orthopedic, St. Anthony's Hospital, and PT Solutions. Members of the Officials and Referees Association from the different sports. And finally, members of the Positive Coaching Alliance, who work with our Pinellas coaches and athletes to develop better coaches and better athletes. Special acknowledgments to my colleagues in the athletics, PE, health, and driver's ed department, who have spent hours preparing for this event. My secretary, Nancy Ramos, who's the true background of our department, who's always working hard to solve everybody's problem and get you the answers. Ashley Grimes, the specialist for PE and health, who put this athletic program together, and Kelly Hicks, our instructional staff developer for PE and health, who will be a reader of the bios for our Coaches of the Year today. Please note that we have placed today's athletic program for this event online on the athletic website for you to review. In this program, all the Coaches of the Year are listed along with the other student and school awards. We've also referenced the slideshow dedicated to our spring sport senior athletes. Hope you have a chance to view that on our social media platforms. At this time, it is time to recognize our Coaches of the Year, and to do that, Ms. Kelly Hicks.
The Girls Cross Country Coach of the Year, Pete Eagleson, Osceola Fundamental High School. Pete Eagleson is a 9-time Coach of the Year recipient and works endlessly with our cross country and track and field programs. Year after year, our program has succeeded in a large turnout of participants. This year, our team totaled 17 girls. Under his leadership, the girls secured the PCAC championship, were district champions, placed 3rd in regionals, and 9th in states. One of our 3 graduating seniors from the team has secured a running scholarship with Wake Forest. As we have a lot of returning runners, we are expecting continued success in the future under Pete's guidance and high expectations.
I wanted to say the Coach of the Year Award is a true honor because it is voted on by the peer coaches of each sport. It's not always a coach with the best overall record, but in many cases it's a coach whose team or athletes made the biggest improvement during the season. It's a recognition from your colleagues that they see how hard you are working with your athletes. The Coaches of the Year this year will receive, as you saw a minute ago, a beautiful plaque and a Coach of the Year ring. Thank you. We'll continue on.
The Boys Cross Country Coach of the Year, Stephen Wilcox from Northeast High School. After graduating 5 of its top 7 boys varsity runners from last year's team, the expectations for this year's team were low coming into the season. Thankfully, this year's team captain was able to recruit some in-house talent, and that, combined with an outstanding freshman class, led to the team's success this year. Some of this year's highlights include a 9th place team finish out of 44 teams at the Jim Ryan Invitational early in the season, a 1st place team at the Dunedin Mini Invitational number 2, a 1st place team finish at the Palmetto Invitational, a 1st place team finish at the City of St. Petersburg Champions for back-to-back city championship titles, a 2nd place team finish at the County Championships hosted by Northeast High, a 3rd place team finish at the District Championships which qualified the team to move on. Then a 5th place team finish out of 19 teams at the Regional Championships, which qualified this year's team for the state meet. And finally, a return to the state championships by the Northeast boys for the first time in 5 years. Our next award is Girls Golf Coach of the Year, Mike Klapka, Largo High School. Mike Klapka took the reins as a first-year coach of the Largo girls golf team for the 2019-2020 season. This was the first time in over 20 years that there were enough young ladies to form a separate team from the boys. Coach Klapka had been an enthusiastic volunteer coach for the mixed group for the past 5 years. In his first year, Coach Klapka had a breakout girls return to the green. Largo won the district championship and went on to become 5th in the region. One of his sophomores went on to state and hopes to advance even further next season. Coach Klapka is a legend at Largo High, extending his talents from the classroom onto the greens. Our next award is Boys Golf Coach of the Year, Adam Stuck, Northeast High School. Coach Stuck's team won the district championship the previous year, with having 4 seniors on the team and advanced to regional championship. His young team this year still managed to come in 4th place in the district championship and had 1 individual advance to the regional championship. His coaching philosophy was to focus on the fundamentals of the game, including the proper techniques, mental, emotional, and physical aspects of the game. Aside from performing on the course, Coach Stuck made sure his student athletes understood the importance of their academics. His team maintained a 3.72 GPA. It was more important to Coach Stuck to take full advantage of every opportunity to support the student athletes in their education, character development, and life-enhancing values that will have a positive impact on each student's athlete's life for far past their time here at Northeast High School. It's more than a game. The next award is Volleyball Coach of the Year, going to Joseph Abad, St. Petersburg High School. Coach Joe Abad took over the St. Petersburg High School volleyball team in the middle of the 2018 season and made an immediate impact on the team with not only his hard work and dedication, but also his attention to detail and care for the players on his team. He is always giving up days and hours of his time to help his players better themselves and looking for opportunities that promote individual and team growth. He sets his expectations high for the players by pushing them to be the best they can, but also is a caring person that is always there for his players. In a short period of time, he has promoted a team environment that is both successful on the court and embraces the principles essential for a high-performing team. In 2019, his first full season as the head coach of the Green Devil volleyball team, he led the team to an impressive 25-4 record and district championship. Even during a highly successful season, the team continued to show improvement throughout the year and concluded with an impressive run to the regional semifinals in the 6A state playoff before losing to Fort Myers High School. Coach Joe Abad has created a positive and winning culture with the team that resulted in a season that exceeded even their own expectations and has set the stage for continued improvement in the coming seasons. Our next award goes to Football Coach of the Year, Cory Moore from Lakewood High School. Coach Cory Moore just finished his 12th season as the head football coach at Lakewood High School. This last year, Coach Moore led the Spartans to an undefeated regular season, something that has not been done since 1988, which was the only other time in history the Spartans were undefeated. He led the team to the state semifinals this year, where they only lost by 2 points in a tough loss. Coach Moore was also named the Bucks High School Coach of the Year. His dedication to the program at Lakewood is apparent to the kids and the community, and he looks forward to bringing the team to states next year and bringing home a state title. Our next award goes to Girls Swimming Coach of the Year, Scott Hernon, Countryside High School. Coach Scott is from Warren, Ohio. He received his bachelor's degree from Fairmont State University in Physical Education and Health and continued to earn a master's degree in Sports Sciences from Ashland University. Swimming was his crafted sport, and he became the first 4-year All-American in Fairmont State Athletics history, achieving All-America swimming status in 15 events over his career, and maintained this elite status in the United States Marine Corps, while reaching the rank of captain. In 2016, he was inducted into the prestigious Fairmont State University Athletic Hall of Fame. Coach Scott has been coaching since the early 80s, starting his collegiate career at Fairmont, East Carolina University, and ended at Ashland University in 1992. Moving to Florida to support his family, he began teaching and coaching at various coaching clubs in the Tampa Bay area, to include USA swimming clubs in Tampa, Dunedin, and Eastlake, and with high school teams at Tarpon Springs High School, J.W. Mitchell High School, and now at Countryside High School. He has coached 42 NISCA All-American swimmers, 17 FHSAA state champions, and more importantly, over 78 NISCA academic All-Americans. He is currently the head coach of swimming at Countryside High School and is on the coaching staff at Radiant Aquatics in Clearwater, Florida. Coach Scott is a member of American Swimming Coaches Association and National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association. Coach Hernon is also a serving member of the Florida High School Athletic Association Swimming and Diving Rules Advisory Committee. Coach currently teaches driver's ed and health at Countryside High School in Clearwater, Florida. He is married 32 years to Doreen and has a son, Camden, who is working for a degree in criminology at St. Petersburg College. Our next award is Boys Swimming Coach of the Year, Danielle Spurgeon from Seminole High School. Danielle is an SHS graduate. She swam as a Warhawk under longtime head coach Haight. She began her coaching career at Eastlake High School and made the move to Seminole to take over the program when he retired in 2007. She is also the academy lead for the Center of Educational Leadership and a teacher leader at SHS. In her 10 years leading the swim and dive team at SHS, she has built a program that has a positive culture where students embody the growth mindset that is transferred into success out of the pool, the classroom, college, and career. During her tenure, she has been honored to coach multiple PCAC district, regional, and state champions. This season, her boys swim team broke 2 school records and a PCAC records. Multiple swimmers placed in the top 3 finishers at the championship, and the boys team finished 4th overall in the state. Our next award is Wrestling Coach of the Year to Sam Pruitt of St. Petersburg High School. Coach Sam Pruitt has truly been one of the prominent figures of wrestling in Pinellas County for over 40 years. As a wrestler at St. Petersburg High School, he was a state champion in 1980 and is a member of the school's Athletic Hall of Fame. As a coach of the Green Devil wrestling team, he has built a winning program that has produced individual and team successes for over 25 years. Despite losing key members of the last year's team, Coach Pruitt led the team to a successful season that exceeded expectations. Ultimately, under his leadership, 3 of his wrestlers qualified for regional competition in their respected weight classes. While his accomplishments and victories, both as a wrestler and a coach, are quite clear, it is the time and care that he gives on a daily basis to help his student athletes that may be significant and notable impact of his work as a coach. He continuously goes out of his way to help his wrestlers, including helping them with things completely unrelated to the sports. He goes above and beyond to help all of his wrestlers, including always working to help struggling students, to help them become not only better wrestlers, but better people with a strong sense of pride and confidence. All members of his team know he's there for them, not just by his words, but also his actions on a daily basis. Our next award is Girls Basketball Coach of the Year, William White from Northeast High School. Anyone who has been around long knows the success that Coach White has brought to the team he has coached. However, many don't know that he's also a remarkable teacher, teaching 7 out of 7 classes of daily dual enrollment courses through St. Petersburg College. He was also voted on by the students as Teacher of the Month this year. He spends countless hours behind the scenes to help all the players in the county. Academically, his team had the 3rd highest girls basketball public school GPA in the county this year and top 10 in the state in their classification. Coming into the season, I believe many are thought that the team would have a down year since they are only returned 3 players from the varsity team from the previous season. So the team is going to be made up of all players that came up through the JV system. No transfers, no freshmen who came in as stars already, just players who loved Northeast and worked hard. They ended up with a tremendous season going 22-6, where they reached the postseason as the number 5 seed in a very tough region and a very tough district. In one of the craziest games I've ever seen, they lost in the first round of playoffs by 1 to the eventual regional finalist. The team finished second in the PCAC South for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. It was their 6th regional appearance in the last 7 years, having only made the regionals 1 time in the school's history before he arrived 8 years ago. Both seniors received scholarships to play in college, even though both started out as JV players, beginners, their freshman years. His team was voted the Sportsman of the Year by the PCGBCA, or the Pinellas County Girls Basketball Coaches Association, which shows that not only does his teams perform well, but they also are respectful. This is Coach White's 2nd PCAC Coach of the Year while at Northeast, and his 5th overall PCAC Coach of the Year award. It is my tremendous honor to recognize Coach White as the Pinellas County Athletic Conference Girls Basketball Coach of the Year. Our next award goes to Boys Basketball Coach of the Year, Britt Taylor, from Eastlake High School. It is with great pleasure and distinction to introduce Coach Britt Taylor as Pinellas County Boys Coach of the Year. Coach Taylor is currently in his 6th season as the head coach of Eastlake High School. Coach Taylor graduated from the University of North Carolina, where he was a member of the men's track and field team. Coach Taylor is married to Jennifer Taylor, and they have a son named Braden, who is 8 months old. This past season was historic for the basketball program at Eastlake High School. The program sets records for wins in a season, back-to-back district championships, regional champions, Final Four participant in state semifinal, and #1 ranking in Class 6A for most of the season. Coach Taylor has transformed the program with his enthusiasm, passion, and devout work ethic. The energy, excitement, and leadership he brings on a daily basis to his players and assistant coaches makes them take the same approach. There is one particular moment during the season that defines the characteristic and persona of Coach Taylor. The team was losing by 1 point, and it was 4 seconds remaining in the first round of regional playoffs. The task seemed insurmountable, and the situation was not favorable, but Coach Taylor called 2 timeouts to advance the ball closer to the basket. At this time, he designated a play for his best player to take the shot in which he made to help salvage the season and advance to the next round. Coach Taylor is truly an asset to Eastlake High School and to the community. The next award is to the Girls Soccer Coach of the Year, Rui Farias. Rui Farias is truly one of those coaches that needs no introduction. He has been a highly successful soccer player and coach for most of his life, and for years has had countless positive impacts on the game and players in this area. In his time at St. Petersburg High School, he has created a girls' soccer program that has not only been successful on a yearly basis, but is also a highly recognized and respected throughout the region with almost 400 wins while serving as head coach, and many players going on to play at the collegiate level. In just the last 4 years, Coach Farias has led Green Devil girls soccer team to the regional finals 3 times, including a state semifinal appearances in 2017 and 2019. Few coaches exhibit the level of hard work, dedication, and preparation that he does on a daily basis, and it shows not only in the number of wins recorded, but also in the amount of respect and care his players and colleagues have for him both as a coach and a person. Coming into this season, the girls' soccer team lost some great players from last year's Final Four team to graduation, including one of the best goalkeepers in the state of Florida. Much like any dominant athletic program, Coach Farias was able to maintain the high level of success with his program by fielding a team that not only included highly skilled players, but also played with a team approach that enabled them to continue the high level of success in the district and throughout the region. Under his leadership, Coach Rui Farias led the St. Pete High girls soccer team to an 18-4-2 record and earned another district championship, the 9th of his coaching career. Coach Farias' team made an inspiring run in the 4A state playoff, ultimately losing a close game to Venice High School, the 9th-ranked team in the nation, an eventual state runner-up. but as a testament to the strong soccer program that he has built and maintained for over 15 years, 6 of his seniors have received offers to play collegiate soccer beginning in the fall, and 8 of his players were selected as members of the first team for PCAC South Girls Soccer. It is with this extremely dedicated approach, high level of success, and wide-ranging recognition of this program that make Coach a worthy recipient for the PCAC Girls Soccer Coach of the Year. Our next award is Boys Soccer Coach of the Year, Brandon Vaughan from Lakewood High School. Coach Brandon Vaughan just finished his 3rd year as the boys and girls head soccer coach at Lakewood High School. He has turned around the boys program at the school. When he started a few years ago, the team was not winning many games. Last year, the team only won 5 games and tied 2. With his hard work and dedication to the team, they went on to the regional quarterfinals where they lost in a shootout. Coach Vaughan is excited about the next season and hoping that the team makes it even further, and is looking forward to bringing the team to states one day to bring home a state title.
Congratulations to all our coaches. It's my honor now to recognize the Henry Deck Girls and Boys Player of the Year. Henry Deck Award is named after a former athletic director in Pinellas County that developed the centralized athletic concept. This award is voted on by the Pinellas County Athletic Committee, and it signifies the top boys and girls athlete in Pinellas County. It's my honor to recognize our Henry Deck Female Athlete of the Year, Anabel Ellison from Tarpon Springs High School. This is what her administrator said about her. Tarpon Springs High School is very proud of Anabel for her accomplishments on and off the court. During her career at Tarpon Springs High School, she has scored 1,730 career points. She was voted and participated in multiple All-Star games, including the FACA All-Star Game, the Blue Chip All-Star Game in New Orleans, and MVP. She was MVP in the Pinellas Senior All-Star Game. Her accomplishments have been noticed by multiple Division I schools. She has accepted a Division I scholarship to Marist College for basketball. She has also won multiple awards, including the Pinellas County Player of the Year Award, First Team All-Conference 4 straight years, and she's a scholar athlete who has a 3.9 GPA. She also holds multiple school records for the most points in a game, 44, and the highest scoring average, 25.2 points per game. Her leadership has also been noticed by her teachers and peers and was voted team captain for 3 years. We cannot express how proud Tarpon Springs High School is of Anabel for her accomplishments that she has obtained during her time at Tarpon High. We look forward to seeing all her future accomplishments to come. Congratulations to Anabel Ellison. Next up, our boys Henry Deck Award winner goes to TJ Tampa, Lakewood High School. TJ Tampa is a multiple sport athlete, playing both basketball and football, excelling at both. TJ has been named First Team All-County South for the last 2 years for basketball. He also was named to the First Team All-PCAC in football. It was on the PCAC All-Star team for football as well. TJ was an important part of the Spartan football team that was undefeated in the regular season, making it to the 4A state semifinals in 2019. He's involved in the health squad at Lakewood High School and has been recognized for his academic accomplishments by the Eta Rho Omega Phi chapter. During the season, you can find TJ out in the community serving others and helping with the many community service projects that the football team is involved with. TJ will be attending Iowa State in the fall on a football scholarship.
Hernon Award. This goes to Stevanie Copponi of Boca Ciega High School. Stevanie is a 2-sport, 4-year athlete in both cross country and track. She is also the salutatorian of the class of 2020. Stevanie is a diligent student athlete and has overcome a great deal in her home life, as well as her own battling with anxiety. Stevanie spent part of her childhood living with her grandparents when her single mother could not take on her and her sisters. She lost her grandfather within this time, and his death took its toll on her. She grew fearful of an unknown and unfulfilling future for herself. This fear turned into focus and pressure on her academics. She felt this was what she did have control over, not her family or where she may be living, but the success that would follow if she were to succeed to the max in school. She began battling her own anxiety and panic attacks during her middle school years, and this is a battle she continues to struggle with. When she began high school, she joined the cross-country team. Although she was not the most talented runner, she allowed running to be her outlet and used it to help maintain her mental health and drive. During her junior year, Stevanie was named captain because of her leadership abilities and motivation. She held this role through her senior season. During her career, she never became the #1 runner, but that did not stop her determination. She would take her small gains in stride, never missed a practice or even a workout. Even on the weekends, she would find a way to make it an optional weekend run. On top of the demands of cross-country and track, she clearly maintained all her academic goals she set as a young child and has finished second in her class. She will be attending the University of Florida and plans to become a nurse practitioner, a career motivated by the loss of her grandfather.
I wanted to point out that the Mike McPherson Award is given as a Spirit Award for perseverance. It's named after Mike McPherson, a former basketball coach at Dixie Hollins High School and Seminole High School, who unfortunately passed away from cancer. However, he never gave up his dream and his love of coaching young men and women as a basketball coach, even to the end. So we congratulate Stevanie for the Spirit Award, Mike McPherson. Thank you. It's my honor now to introduce the Athletic Administrator of the Year. This award recognizes a dedicated athletic administrator or coordinator for their contribution to the coaches and athletes in Pinellas County. It is voted on by the Pinellas Athletic Committee. This year we've had several well-deserving professionals nominated. I'm proud to recognize Mr. Jim Casey, the athletic coordinator at Largo High School, as our recipient. This is what the administration at Largo High School wrote about Jim. Jim Casey is a maverick. He has continued to be a pillar of stability at Largo High School, serving as the athletic coordinator since 2000. He has worked with 6 different assistant principals for athletics during this time. Coach Casey never missed a step as staff changes around him. Throughout the years, Coach Casey has built relationships with all the coaches and student athletes. This is where he goes above and beyond any expectation. Jim takes the time to build relationships with people. Mr. Casey is creative and was a driving force behind Largo's Hall of Fame, which started in 2016. It has been a boost to the community to bring back star athletes of the past to celebrate them on one more occasion. Coach Casey heads the nomination and selection committee and was instrumental in the purchase of the Hall of Fame board nameplates and plaques in our gym. He also found funds and did research and had championship banners for all sports hung in the gym for the first time ever at Largo High School. Mr. Casey is an excellent teacher. I know because I'm his supervising administrator. He does not ever let our scholars down. His expectations are high in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. Coach Casey moves fast. We'll have buses, athletic packets, insurance lists, budgets, ordering equipment, rosters done before you could think. The work is piling up. Since his arrival, he has proved he will continue to seek what is best for Largo High School, its students, and its staff members. No one works harder or is more deserving of this award than Jim Casey. He believes that he can build better men and women through what we do as teachers, coaches, and mentors. I see him live his life this way daily, and I thought it would be robbery not to stand up and ask to have Jim Casey recognized for his amazing trail he is blazing on the campus of Largo High School. So congratulations to the Athletic Administrator of the Year, Jim Casey from Largo High School. At this time, we wanted to recognize the Superintendent's Challenge Cup. This is an award that is coveted every year, and it's very competitive between the schools. We take the GPAs of all the athletes in the school and we combine them, and we get an overall GPA for athletics at that school. The winner receives the Superintendent's Challenge Cup. And this year, in third place, Largo High School with a team overall school GPA of their athletes of 3.384. Congratulations, third place, Largo High School. Second place, we had Eastlake High School, total GPA of 3.435. And finally, our winner of our Superintendent's Challenge Cup for GPA is Osceola Fundamental High School with a GPA of an incredible 3.502. So congratulations to Osceola Fundamental High School for the winner this year, and we look forward to another challenge next year. The Superintendent's Overall Athletic Award will not be presented this year because of the interruption to our sports season, but we'll be back next year. Final comments, again, this program is dedicated to our spring sports seniors and their coaches. Please take a look at the spring sports slideshow on our website. I'm very proud of our teams and individual athletes who competed at the highest level this year. I'm also proud that our coaches and athletes demonstrated good sportsmanship and respect for their opponents. This event will be back live next year, bigger and better, with additional awards and recognitions included. I look forward to seeing our Pinellas County teams back competing for championships this fall. Thank you everyone for your support of Pinellas County Athletics.